Hi guys, this is Samuel Odhiambo Tieno, a senior law student at JKUAT Karen Campus, Nairobi, Kenya. I would hereby like to welcome you all to the Samuel Law Podcast and Academy YouTube practice so that you can join me in order for us to get to learn more about our laws today. Please welcome. This morning, I would like us to look at the tort of trespass to the person. And our objective shall be to understand the different types of torts found in trespass to the person, be able to identify the distinctions between these torts, also to learn about the defenses that may be available for the commission of any of these torts, and finally, we shall be able to understand what remedies that may be available to someone who commits any of these torts. So we shall begin our introduction by saying, trespass to the person falls under the torts of intention, which is one of the three possible states of mind relevant to liability in tort. It is made up of three torts, which are assault, battery, and false imprisonment. And each of these torts has both conduct and fault requirements, which must be satisfied by the defendant for he or she to be held liable for the commission of any of these trespasses. So let's begin with the first one, which is assault. Assault can be defined as a direct threat made intentionally by the defendant to put the claimant in reasonable apprehension of an imminent attack. It is putting one in fear of an immediate battery. For there to be an assault on a claimant, he or she must be made to think that they are in imminent danger of being attacked. This alone is enough for an assault to be committed, making it unnecessary to prove that the claimant actually experienced any fear or was about to be attacked. And for an action for assault to succeed, the defendant must be able to carry out the threat. Threatening words alone without any threatening act may amount to an assault. Similarly, an innocent act can be made into an assault by words which contain a threat. So let's look at the second one, which is battery. Battery is the actual application of direct physical force, however slight, to the claimant without any lawful justification. It is whereby the acts of the defendant directly and intentionally comes into contact with the body of the claimant unlawfully. Battery is actionable without proof of damage, which means it's actionable per se. The intention required, therefore, is not one to hurt the claimant or even to act unlawfully, but one to bring about physical force. The tort thus protects both the dignity and bodily integrity of the claimant. And whatever the defendant does to the claimant must be done directly for the activity to be actionable as battery. Finally, let's look at false imprisonment. False imprisonment is the unlawful and total bodily restraint of the claimant by the defendant. It is whereby the claimant is totally deprived of freedom of movement by the defendant without any legal justification for doing so. The tort of false imprisonment is committed when a defendant performs a positive act that directly results in the claimant's freedom of movement being totally restricted or restricted to a defined area. The intention required here is that of physical restraint of the claimant so as to deprive him of his freedom of movement. This restraint must be total with absolutely no means of escape for it to amount to false imprisonment. The claimant need not to be aware that he or she has been imprisoned in order to sue for false imprisonment. So let's look at some of the defenses There are some instances when committing the torts of trespass to the person can get lawful justification, and these include necessity, self-defense, voluntary or consent, that is, statutory authority, contributory negligence, parental authority, ejection of a trespasser, and inevitable accident. These are just the same defenses. They are just like the defenses that we had already seen in the tort of trespass to goods and conversion. Remedies. For any actionable losses suffered, a trespass to the person victim will always be able to sue for compensation. And some of the remedies that may be available to such victims include: number one, we have damages. Then two, we have self-help. Three, we have habeas corpus. And then four, injunction. Remember that the damages here can either be aggravated or exemplary. Let's now take a recap of what we've just learned today. And in this lesson 3 of Model 5, we've been able to: 1. Identify the different types of torts found in trespass to the person. We've also been able to identify the distinctions existing between the various torts. We've been able to understand the defenses which may be used by the defendant who has committed a tort of trespass to the person. And we've also been able to identify the remedies which may be available when a tort of trespass to the person has been committed. Do you have any questions or comments? Please kindly post them in the comment section below the video. Otherwise, thanks for watching this video. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, click the notification bell, and share with your friends, family, or networks. Thank you very much.